We haven't seen a soul. It's been eerily quiet.
Fontana Lake's beauty is best described with one word: remote. Fontana isn't crowded with huge lake houses and massive marinas like other lakes in the southeast. With the Great Smoky Mountains National Park to the north and the Nantahala National Forest as its southern border, the lake's position in western North Carolina makes it an ideal location for backcountry camping. The Italian word for fountain, Fontana Lake is formed by a 480-foot dam that impounds the Little Tennessee River and is also fed by hundreds of rivers, creeks, and streams. Noland Creek is one of these lifelines and would serve as our home for the next 3 nights. But before we set out, there was a real threat of rain, so getting to camp dry was our first order of business. Welcome to Fontana Lake, and welcome to Green Ridge Outdoor Adventures. Now an annual occurrence, this is our 4th year coming to Fontana. And Backcountry Campsite 66 will be our easternmost campsite of them all. Most of our past trips have been camping on one of Fontana's island campsites. So aside from one night at Backcountry Campsite 86 near the old town of Proctor, this would be our first 3-night trip at a mainland campsite in the vast Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Fontana Lake has a handful of boat ramps that help boaters access this 17-mile lake. With reservations at Backcountry Campsite 66, we set out from Flat Branch Boat Ramp at around noon. So we just made it to Flat Branch. Got all loaded up. Josh has got his new camera here. He's gonna do some of the filming. It's actually said it was gonna rain, but it started sprinkling when we got here, but it has stopped, so that's nice.
Water's warm too.
The water is very warm, and we're gonna set out for Campsite 66. After many years of packing kayaks, we've gotten it down to a science.
What are you doing? It's right here. I figure I would rather it get a little wet than stick it in something and make everything smell like a sandwich.
The forecast called for storms, but when we arrived at the boat ramp, luckily the rain held off. Alright, so we just got out here and there's not a soul out here. It almost feels like it's fall. It's cool and the water's calm and it's going to be a pretty easy paddle. So, a paddling montage is the best way to show you.
Maybe it's wind. Could be either. Could have been a rain shower. Not a beaver.
Anchicabras?
Yeah. Otter?
Otter. How do you
There he is. It's funny, you can see him pop up like a gopher, water gopher. Man, I did not see this at all. I thought the opening was way up there. We've made the turn. What's the name of this creek?
Noland Creek.
Noland Creek, and we're making our way up to campsite 66. We haven't seen a soul. It's been eerily quiet.
No trash yet.
Yeah, no trash. It's kind of like The Walking Dead. I think this is the first time we've never had anybody. We haven't seen, there was nobody at the ramp. We haven't seen a boat. Nothing.
Maybe the apocalypse happened and we
On the
don't
way
know it.
here.
Yeah, we just
At
don't know.
Dooley's Cafe.
Right.
Shit hit the fan.
Dooley's was really good, by the way. Highly recommend. I always try to remember like what it was like the last time we were here, and like try to remember like I can't wait to get out there. But once you get out here, it's even better.
Yeah. Well, also the thing, 4 days is perfect. Like having those 2 full solid days, and then by the end, it's usually like, okay, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Campsite 66 is perfectly positioned on Noland Creek, so you can hear the water all day and all night as it makes its way down through the Smoky Mountains. The 2.5 mile paddle from Flat Branch boating access took us about an hour.
So that's from here, that direction.
Yeah. Before unloading our gear, we paddled the couple hundred feet up towards the creek to get a glimpse of its beauty, just as it started to rain. We might have to kayak up here to get on the trail. Yeah, it's like right here on the Google Maps. With Fontana's water levels so low in the winter, campers can also access this site on the Noland Creek Trail. After leaving Noland Creek, we paddled back to the campsite to start setting up camp. So we made it to 66. Pretty much a pretty big incline on this campsite. I'd say we're about 20, 30 feet above where our kayak is. Not a lot of flat ground, huh?
A spot there and a spot here.
Well, I brought a hammock, 2 hammocks, and a tent. We've got plenty of firewood, so that's good. So it looks like a pretty decent site.
It is beautiful though.
It is. So this is our 4th year coming to Fontana, and we actually are able to use one of the ropes to cables to get the food and stuff off the ground because of the bear, so that will be nice. Looks like a pretty decent jump rock down there. I think we're gonna get some firewood together and try to dry some of it out. Josh has his typical campfire duty. This is a pretty nice little, what is that, USB?
Yeah.
This is a pretty nice little fire ring here.
Yeah.
It's like a fire
It's like
pit.
a volcano.
The tree canopy here was so thick that we barely felt any of the rain. But as the afternoon wore on, that wasn't the case anymore because the rain started to pick up. So we retreated back to our rain flies and enjoyed our afternoon in the rain.
Yep. So we just had a rain shower for a couple hours. It was nice to sit under the tarps and read and relax. So I think we're gonna get some dinner here soon. The sun's actually come out for a little bit, so that's been nice.
GoPro capture. GoPro stop recording. GoPro stop. GoPro start recording.